Morning, everyone. Letting people in. We're going to get started here shortly. A lot of you are already here. They hear this exciting message we're going to receive today. Just good morning on a Saturday. And I see you see my screen. Shanice, I don't know. Say your last name, Shanice Keckley?
Correctly.
Keckley, all right. She's going to be here talking about 10x your revenue with AI, teach us everything we need to know about AI. And I may give it a couple more minutes, but I really don't want us to lose any time today. I want to get every minute of your time. So I want to start it. It'll be recorded for those that join late. I will be sending out the recording, but we want to get everything we can from this, and a lot of you are coming in. Um, I will be monitoring the chat for questions, and you all have the ability to raise your hand and unmute and ask a question. There's an echo with the audio. You
I
hear
don't
the
hear
audio?
echo.
You hear an audio? Do you hear echo?
No,
Not
I don't
really.
hear echo.
Yeah, okay. All right. If she doesn't hear it, I'm sorry about who that was, but I can gladly say there's something on your end. But maybe you might want to, a lot of times when you have your microphone and the speakers on, speakers up too high, the microphone picks up from the speakers. So you may want to turn your speakers down just a little bit.
And I
Let's see.
know you guys are going to ask. So let me go ahead and put the public link to the presentation. So
Oh, all right. Outstanding. How you gonna start with that? All right. Good
I
deal.
already know that someone's going to ask. So it's like, can we get a copy of this? Bam, you got a copy.
All right, and you know what? I am going. It's 10:02. We got a few people. We got enough people here to go ahead and get started. Like I said, I don't lose any minutes today, so I'm gonna go dark here. I'm gonna let you do your thing, okay?
Okay, don't go dark.
I mean, just turn off my camera.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Okay, so Mark, you're going to have to help me a little bit with Teams. Not that it's going to be difficult, and yes, I probably can do it myself, but I am not a big Teams person. So here we go. I want to make sure I do it correctly.
Share your screen.
Yeah, I'm doing it
Okay.
just in case, though. I
All
like to
right.
be just in case.
Okay.
Yay! I did it.
All right.
I did it. Hey, y'all, can everybody see the screen and everything else? If you can, put a one in the chat room. If you can see the screen and it's visible, put a one in the chat room. All right. So we got some live people today. Wonderful. I'm going to tell you what we're covering today and then get a little bit into it. We're going to be doing some case studies. We're going to work together. So if you can, make sure that you do have up your favorite AI system. Now, I enjoy Gemini. So I will refer a lot to Google Gemini. To get to Gemini, you're going to need to put gemini.google.com. You would need to go there in your system. Now, caveat, as we work, I want to make sure that you keep this information. So, if you have multiple emails, work in the email the Google email that you use the most. People don't realize that. All Google tools go by an email. So use the email that you use the most that you can access. If you're using Chat GPT, go into the chat profile that you use the most because some of the workshop work that we'll be doing, we're going to save it. Okay? So make sure you do that. Now, who am I? My name is Shanice Cleckley, and you can refer to me as Shanice, or you can call me Auntie Nene, which I am your business Auntie Nene. Why? Because you don't listen to your mama, you don't listen to your daddy, but you always listen to your auntie. So I am that one who's going to tell you the truth to get what you need. Little background on me, Mark told me to make sure I'd let you know who I am. I've actually been an entrepreneur since 2003, so that's 22 years. And I started accidentally as an entrepreneur. I started where I was working for Hewlett Packard. I was a business process analyst, and I started making candy bars. Not like Hershey's, but I would make candy bar wrappers, and I would actually wrap the candy bar. Oh, let me put my stuff on mute because it is Saturday morning. I am in my office and I live with a bunch of men who like to come and interrupt me, whether it's my husband or my children. So I'm a boy mom. I'm a girl mom too, but my girls don't live home anymore. But let's go. But I started as an entrepreneur in 2022. I'm sorry, 2002, 2003, where I would make uh, candy wrappers. And I would do it for weddings. Friends would say, "Hey, can you make me some custom wrappers?" And as I would do that, people would give me money. And I was like, "Hey, I guess I can do it. Can you, this becomes expensive. Can you pay me?" And that's how I became an entrepreneur. People, or a business owner, I should say, because an entrepreneur is different than a business owner. Entrepreneur may have many different businesses. They're into it to stop and start. But a business owner is a person who literally owns the business and who may stay with the business. So as I was doing this, I got laid off from my job and I had to train the person who took my job. And that was jarring. And that is when I made the decision of not to go with um, working corporately anymore because I wanted to have my own destiny. Plus, I didn't really like the rat race. I wanted to do something different. So, what I did was I started a business in bakery and in candy design, and it was amazing. I was a baker full time for 15 years, and I did that here in Columbia, South Carolina. I live in Lexington, 30 minutes outside of Columbia. My business was called My Dessert Bar. And what made me a little different is while I did have a brick and mortar, I always looked for a way to innovate and be different because I did come from a background of business and really got my feet wet in technology. I started going to something called 1 Million Cups. And 1 Million Cups at that time had all of the tech bros. So I built my lifestyle bakery business as a tech company. Didn't know that down the road the Lord would make me a tech person. So I did my things by learning with Google. I put it online. My first website for my business was actually on MySpace. Yes, I am that years old. So I learned all these things on my own, but I knew I couldn't keep it to myself. So I started mentoring people. So are you good? As I started mentoring people, it became a habit for me to help people start their business. So I was not the traditional techie nor the traditional business development person. I did it from lived experience. But of course, just like we always, I had to have some background. So I started going to classes. And so I went to Tux and did a professional development. I'm actually a part of Babson. I did Google certifications. Also, I can have that background. I did not feel I needed to go back to college, but I did want to have a background to back up what I knew, what I was anointed to do and put inside of me. So the things that I'm showing you and will be from my lived experience as well as my background academically, but also because I've tested it out for you. I wanted to make sure it worked. and make sure it worked for people with backgrounds who is not as traditional, where you didn't go to college, get that master's degree, and do all the different ways of building a business. You're building it out of grit. You're building it out of defiance. You're building it out of determination because you know this is what you want to do. This is what you were called to do. So that's who I am. That is who Shanice is. I was a former Google digital coach where I taught Black and Brown entrepreneurs how to use digital tools, which is why I'm a Google girl. I still bake. I've retired from baking. I still bake, but only for home and special people. But now I'm into AI. When AI became popular several years ago, where everybody was able to use it in open source, I knew I needed to bring business development and AI together. Because when we go to business development courses, no one tells us how to do it with innovation and technology. They tell us about finance, they tell us about get your capability studies. But there are tools out there that's going to help us do this better, and that is AI. Yes, I was South Carolina Woman in a Year in coaching, and I also was the EIR, which is the Entrepreneur in Residence for our library system here in Columbia, South Carolina. So, a little bit of background. Yes, I know what I'm doing, and I want to make sure that you know what you're doing too. So before we go any further, please make sure that you use the chat room and put some question and answers. Last week on Thursday, we had a few little snippets, and I gave a little snippets what's going on. For those guys that were there on Thursday, I do have your answers. We're going to cover that after we get through the basics of what is happening. But if you do have some question and answer, raise your hand, put it in the chat room. You don't have to wait to the end, okay? This is not formal, but we are having a conversation. So make sure you put it in the chat room, put it on the end, or say, hey, look at him, Auntie Nene, look, Shanice, let me help you, okay? I am wanting to do that for you. So before I go any further, are there any questions about me, my background, or what we're going to be learning, or how you are? Let's take a couple of minutes to learn that. And please, you don't have to be on off camera. I know it's Saturday morning, but if you got bed head, that's fine. I like bonnets too. It's all right. I'm just happy that you're here. So are there any questions or anything that anybody needs? Yes, this is from 10 to 11:30. I'm going to cram as much as I can in so you can get your day, go shopping. I was just listening to Christmas music. I have my um I have my TV on because I don't have a fireplace, so I have the fake fireplace, and I swear it gives off heat. I'm telling y'all it does. It just makes me feel so good. So, are there any questions before I go any further? Nope. All right, great. So let's get started. What you need to know: AI is your ally, it is not a threat. AI is a powerful tool that is designed to support you. It is there to make it easier for you, give it guidance. It is there so you can work smarter and not harder. That is why it's here. So when people say things like, will it take our jobs? Possibly. I'm not even going to lie to you. But it's only going to take your job because you didn't jump on the bandwagon, because you didn't learn it. And because some of the things we can use our brain power for, which is better. But remember, in the middle of it all, you still have to be human. AI cannot work without a human in the center. Either the human is coding it, either the human is guiding it, but there is a human that's doing the work. So always remember that. There's lots of different kind of AIs, but I specialize in generative AI and a little bit of agentic AI. But how do you make it better? When you look at generative AI is here to spark you. It is here to make sure that it can make it easier to analyze. It gives you all the possibilities. So when you look at generative AI, there's several places where it gets this information. It can get it from the internet. It can get it from data sets. It can get it from learning. It can get it from lots of different places. But what we're used to right now is generative AI that is open and learning from other people, other users, and from a data set. So, yes, it can capture emotions, it can capture code, but that's because it is continuously being trained. And later on, I'm going to show you how to train it for yourself and how you can make it yours. Yes, people want to know about what's happening when I put this in. Is it something that is happening where I am at a threat? There are ways to keep it contained. There are ways to do it, but do understand, unless you're doing your own algorithm on your own status, yes, it is public. Now, we're going to work in abundance and not scarcity. No one's going to take your idea because your idea is your idea, but nobody can do it like you. That's abundance. We're not going to do scarcity of you're afraid and holding it in. So can we agree that we're going to operate in abundance and not scarcity? If you agree, put a 1. If in the chat room, if not, put a 2. Abundance and not scarcity. Okay. I'm seeing 1s. So we're operating out of abundance, and that's what we're going to get to do. I'm going to go through the slides that are our foundation, and then we're going to get to training. Here are my Auntie Nini's 5 rules to prompting and using AI. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. If you're putting in junk, junk will come out. If it's not giving you what you need, because you didn't give it what you needed. So if any computing system, garbage in and garbage out. Next is context. You have to give it as much context as possible, because when you do that, it will bring a more realistic and more of a wholesome result in your outcome. We got to use action words. Don't just ask a question, but not giving it an action. Action as in create, talk, conversate, do these things. You must give it action. The next thing would be to refine. The first time, it may not be the best, but I do want you to make sure that you know you can refine. And as you're refining it, it will get better and better and better. Now, it used to be 4, but now I have 5, because I need you to understand, if you're whispering at AI, it's going to whisper back. But if you speak with authority, it will write with authority. You are in control. It does not control you. I want everybody to type that in. I control the AI. AI does not control me. If you can't type, come on off voice and say it with me. I control AI. AI does not control me. I don't see it and I don't hear it. Somebody got to put it. Thank you, India. Thank you, Miss Parham. Thank you, Miss Hedgman. You control AI. AI does not control you. Keeping that in mind, that means that your values, your ethical ways, all the things that you want to do, you can do it, because it's only doing what you tell it to do. Now, that's the background. Let's talk about hallucinations. There is a golden rule that AI is a predictor and not a pastor. It predicts what you're going to say. It does not preach always the truth. Now, I would say 95 out of 100 times it is preaching what it needs, but it does not always do it correctly. So when you're putting it in your sourcing and when we're doing things, we have to make sure that the AI knows, don't just give me an answer. Make it a source. Give me a clickable source. Cross-reference. If AI gives you a statistic, Go put it in Google. Go put it in Bing, Yahoo, whatever else. See if it's there. And if it doesn't look right, use your gut. If it looks too good, use your gut. So you can always do it and do a gut check. It is a computer. It has flaws. Just like people have flaws, the hallucinations come up and it will have flaws. Sometimes your AI may get confused because there's a glitch or they've done an update or it doesn't, come out where it needs to go. You make sure that you are the one who takes care of it, okay? Now let's get to the good part. Yay. We're going to do some use cases. We're going to talk about marketing, product development. We're going to talk about streamlining operations and about how enhancing your generative AI. All right, before we go any further, are there any questions or something that you laid on your heart that you want to know? And again, you don't have to stay on camera. Off camera, I should say. Nothing yet? Nothing yet?
Nope.
Okay, here we go. Marketing. This is my girl, Jennifer. I love Jennifer Lewis because she is so apologetic and unapologetic. And with this, what we're going to learn is how to refine. And this is going to save us some time. So remember, if you are a person who uses all the time, thank you. If you're not, we have different levels of comfortability here. So just take it in stride. So what we're going to do today is we're going to learn how to refine. And I'm going to use Jennifer Lewis as my example. So let me pull up a Gemini for us. I'm going to share Gemini. Please know that, yes, I am using a paid version of it. So therefore, some of the aspects of things that I have may not be available. But let's go over what Gemini is. We can do the same thing for chat. But again, I'm a Google girl. So I'm actually using my church's Gemini. When I told you, look and see what you're using, right here in the right-hand corner, that's the email that you're using. If I want to change it, I can go and add a account and I could put a different email in. But right now I'm using info@overwhelminggrace.com. The options I have here, it gives you little prompts to let you know what you want to do. On the right-hand side of the menu, I have those that are expanded. I have different types of chats, or you can do something called a gem. And we'll go over this a little bit later. A gem is almost like an agent where it's already chained and it always has the information in. And all you have to do is go to that gem and it automatically has all the information that it's in. But right now, we're just going to go to a very new chat and we're going to do a refining. I want to use real life examples. So the first person to raise their hand is the one we're going to use an example of refinement. And I want to use somebody who is looking to do with marketing and who wants to do like an ad or something like that, or any type of marketing. So who wants to go first? All right, is it Nikki? Hey, Nikki. You got to come off mute.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Okay. So tell me about your business.
All right. So my business is called I Breathe Easy or Breathe Easy Essentials. I support intentional wellness through aromatherapy. It's combined with guided self-care routines that turn into a lifestyle, that transfer into a lifestyle.
When you say aromatherapy, what do you sell?
Yes. So with the aromatherapy, I sell it's mist, like spray in those spray bottles. So I do lavender. It's catered around the core of lavender, lemongrass, eucalyptus, and lemon.
So
I'm sorry, peppermint.
Okay, so you sell spray bottles.
Yes, I sell therapy in a bottle is what I sell.
Okay, we're gonna work on it. So
Yeah.
I am a aromatherapy company.
Uh-huh.
Write me a Facebook.
Turn on your speakers, Nikki, a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's because you have your speaker on.
yeah, turn your
Um,
speaker down a little bit.
a little bit. It's giving feedback. There you go. So write me a Facebook ad to sell my latest creation. Tell me the name of your latest creation or what's in it.
So yes, so it's lavender leaves, lavender oil, and water. Distilled water, actually.
So this is the first, very basic. You're an aromatherapy company. You want a Facebook ad to sell your latest creation of lavender leaves, lavender water, and regular water. So if you see here, I have not given it any context. I just gave it the basic. It doesn't know what you do. It doesn't know anything else. All it knows is this is what it does. It doesn't even have a name. So the first option that it gave me, it says, for customers who like organic products, beauty, transparency, this is what you're going to say. Stop guessing with your aromatherapy. We believe in radical simplicity. This is what it has. Introducing our latest creation, real lavender leaves, lavender water, fresh water, no parabens, all that good stuff. You can do it as stress relief. These are very generic. That doesn't attract anybody at all. Let's see if we can attract people. So refine the ad.
And
I
it's
want you to tell me what is
lavender
the
oil.
name? What'd you say? Oh, oil. Okay. So tell me the
Oh yeah.
name
I'm
of the
sorry.
product.
Yeah. So I want it to be precise, as you said. So it's lavender leaves, it's lavender oil, and water. So distilled water, so it's natural. But go ahead, tell you what.
The name of the product. What have you named this new creation?
Oh, it's called Sweet Sleep. Empowered by I Breathe Easy.
Sweet Sleep?
Yes.
Okay. It contains lavender oil, lavender leaves, distilled water. Who is your market?
So my market is for people who are intentional about wellness, as well as those who want to learn more about it.
You know that's broad. I'm gonna need you to break that down.
Oh, now, are you referencing like the age target, or help
Yep,
help me
I think
understand?
broad.
Okay. Yeah.
All of that.
So
This business, I
yes,
listen. I'm a coach and I'm a strategist. I'm gonna need the nitty and the gritty. We're not gonna go with that overview.
yes. Okay. So my age target, when I say working on, most people work what from 21 all the way to about retirement, 55, 60. Not sure right now, as far as the age
What does
range.
your data say?
Say that again?
What does your data say?
Oh, hold on a second.
When you
18,
look at people who respond to you, or when you look at folks who comment on if you do social media, what is their age range?
18 to 45.
That's a big range.
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Me, honestly, I think it's about people around 35 to 55.
Okay, that's what we're going to target. Is there a particular race?
No. And it's unisex, male or female.
Unisex. Okay. Unisex. What are the usages of this particular product?
So yes, you can, it's on the go. On the go meaning for people with busy lifestyles that's always here, there, traveling, work. They can take a few seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. They spray the mist in their hand or in their area, kind of like a fragrance. If you're like an air freshener, so to speak, but it's within your space, within your space wherever you may be. And when I say space, if you're
Uh-huh.
at if you're at your desk, if you're driving in your car in traffic, if you're getting ready to go to the gym, but being that we're referencing the lavender, so the lavender would be when you're ready to start winding down your day, or if you're needing a calming moment, they take it, spray it in their hand, and they inhale, exhale. It's not messy. It's not staining or any of that stuff. They can spray it on their pillows, getting ready to go to bed, if they just want to chill out on their couch or whatever, dealing with winding down and or calming.
Okay. How long have you been doing this?
For about part-time, because I do have a full-time, for about 2 years, working on it, if that makes sense. I have done vending and things of that nature, in order to see my audience for it, or my target audience. So I have done that. Right now, I'm pivoting and refining. That's the stages that I'm in.
Okay. Can I do hard coaching with you as we're doing this?
Yes, ma'am. Please do.
Okay. So when I ask you what the usage is, you're giving me the creator usage and we're putting on a CEO hat. Okay. And so when we're using AI, we have to tell it exactly what we need, not necessarily how it is going, what what it needs and what it does. So the product itself is a mist that can be used on a body or on surface. What you want it for is for winding down in the day, winding down. That's the usage. Stress relievers is what I heard. Stress relievers, uh, relievers. Now, thinking of the typical male or unisex that is now, are you wanting to be in a market that is gender fluid? Or are you wanting to be in a market that really tones into traditional values?
Mm,
Reason
that
I ask is because when you're doing ads and when we're refining, AI needs to know the verbiage you need. How you speak to people who are gender fluid is different than you would speak to a man or a woman. And that's just everyday marketing. You would use different verbiage. You would use different colors. You would use different reasons. Because while the pain points are the same, people are doing it or looking at it in different ways. So while it can be unisex, who hears your voice?
okay. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's real
Remember,
good.
when you're using AI, garbage in, garbage out. But this is also for you as a business.
Yeah.
So when we put something in, I can't tell AI what you're saying because it's not going to hit the point to where your business needs the information. It's not going to really get to it because we haven't given it enough context.
Okay, so ask me that last question. You said, do I want it gender fluid or what was the other one? Traditional?
Traditional, male, female type of thing. Like, are you looking at your data? When you look at your data, does your data support that women buy it, or is it supporting that men buy it? Is it supporting that it's more them men? Is it or a particular context? Demographics actually do matter when it comes to marketing.
Yes. So I would say both. So what I've been finding out is more men are tapping into self-care. Just being more intentional about it. That's one of the reasons why I did unisex, because before I would gear only towards women and nothing, to men, because I thought we took care of ourselves better. However, now just, looking, listening, hearing that men, again, that they are more so tapping into.
So you'll have more than one ad. So what we're going to say is this tap is tapping into self-care for men at this point for this particular ad, because you can have more than one, but for this, it's for men. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I want to target the market for self-care for men for this and tell me the name of your business or spell it for me.
Yeah. Breathe Easy Essentials.
Okay. Ready? Who's your favorite? When you think of this ad, who I like Jennifer Lewis, like I said, so it'll come out something different. But when you think of this ad and you're thinking that you're attracting men, whose voice do you want it to resemble?
Idris Elba. Elba Idris. How him?
So I told it to write it like Idris. So now let's see what we have and what is it going to look at. As you see it, it's telling you the things that it's going through. And now we're going to see what this ad is. So here are two options right now. We're going to make sure it's about recovery, performance, and rest. It's going to speak to men who grind hard, who need to have an effective way to stop. The headline: you can't hustle if you don't rest, mate. Because you said he's English, so that's what it's going to give you. So, look, I get it. The day is long, the pressure is high, you're running on all cylinders, but there's the thing: an engine never cools, eventually burns out. You need to switch off. Introducing Sweet Sleep by Breathe Easy Essentials. We did not overcomplicate it. No synthetic rubbish, no fluff, just three things essential to shift gears: oils, leaves, water. That's it. Spray it on your pillow, mist it on your face after a shower. Use it in a clear air room to signal your brain, get grounded, and a link. The other one is with transparency, simplicity. Most calming sprays of chemistry put together, not just relaxation, that's just noise. At Breathe Easy Essentials, we do differently. So do you see the difference when you put context?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So these contexts will help you. It will tell you what to do when you're targeting, when you're doing things. And that is what you want to do with your AI. You want to make sure that you are and doing things that get you the way that you want to do. Okay. Auntie Nini, marketing is my hang up right now. Trying to find the most efficient way to target our audience. Okay. So what we've done now is we have used our AI to get to a point where we now know, go back to this, we are now refining it. We're getting it where it needs to go. There are several different ways that, oh goodness, there's several different ways that you can do marketing. So now let's use AI for marketing right now. Mr. Parham, can you tell me how to say your last name? Is it Guy or Ngai?
First name is Najee, last name Parham.
I got it all wrong. Jesus, my
All
bad,
good.
baby.
It's all good.
Okay, Najee Parham. That's why I wanted you to tell me. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you. We're
Thank
going
you
to
kindly.
we're going to use you since you said you had an example, and I'm going to show you how AI can help you with this marketing. So I love it when I don't have to use a script, y'all. This is amazing. So let's work on yours. I'm going to show you first. Teams. You be killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Okay. We're going to start a new chat. All right, sir. Tell me about your business.
So I will say this to start, Auntie Nini. I use AI every day. I've used it to build my business. My business is a leadership development firm. My target market is principals, assistant principals, and district leaders. So education leadership.
So educational.
Yes, you could, because I know you haven't talked about it yet, but to train AI, you could put my web link in there. It's unbrokengrowth.org. And then I know Jim and I go and look at that to get some background information on it.
What's it called?
Unbrokengrowth.org.
Okay. So creative marketing. So what about marketing is your hardest?
That's a great question. So all of it actually. I've never been trained in marketing at all. I've retired from the military. I've been retired for a year now, and so hadn't had to do anything marketing for 20 years. So when it comes to using AI to market, I definitely used AI to come up with a marketing strategy. Right now, I'm basically doing cold emails right now to superintendents across the state. But I don't do Facebook ads. I haven't figured that part out yet. I have been putting stuff out there on social media using AI to come up with, social media posts and AI generated images and all that. But just trying to, I don't know, throw a dart at the red circle in the middle of the dartboard. I just feel like I'm just using a shotgun, just shooting pellets everywhere. But I want to make sure that, being streamlined at my approach.
Okay. So what we're going to use this for then is not just for your marketing plan, which you've already done. We're going to use this for thought leadership to help you learn about marketing for your business. So you are the CEO of a leadership development firm in the educational arena. It's called Unbroken Growth. Marketing is not your first. Marketing is, I'm going to do your own words. I have never learned marketing principles and I need help understanding why my target market is important. 5 key marketing principles. I can't spell. Probably because I put these little cute nails on with gingerbreads and they get in the way. Okay, 5 key marketing principles, what branding is and why it's important. Okay. I have a marketing strategy, but I don't necessarily. You see, I'm talking normal. Know how to execute
Sure that it would break soon.
with authority. Give me a crash course on how I can be more knowledgeable. This is my website. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I need to stop it. My name is okay. That's spelled that right? Yeah. Okay.
P-A-R-H-A-M.
Okay. I didn't spell it right. There's no N in it?
No N. P-A-R-H-A-M.
There we go. Okay. Here we go. Because I wanted to address you since you're asking it to train you. We want to look at it. So thought leadership, especially for solopreneurs, is something that definitely is needed. You can train your AI to know who you are and what you need. And I will show you that in a little bit. So it's a pleasure to meet you. So you're transitioning from founder to CEO work. Now you want to have this authenticity. It knows your background. It says you've been a Navy chief for 20 years. I guess it's going through your website. So here's your crash course on how to do this. So number 1 is why it matters. This is the mistake. This is the truth. These are what it does in education. It's looking at for yourself. It's also telling you your principles, trust, social proof, pain points, freedom of models, why branding is done, and how to execute with authority, your crash course, using your own angle, don't hide your Navy background, speak to the buyer, which is your superintendent. What is your Trojan horse? It's hard to sell, so sell a small, low risk, thought leadership. Now, it's telling you things that you can do in order to get this done. How does that relate to you? Is this what you were looking for?
Not exactly.
Okay.
So
Tell
for
me
me,
what you were looking for.
right now I have a spreadsheet, and that spreadsheet has every county in Georgia, which is over 150. And I am sending out emails every day. Let me rephrase that. Monday through Thursday I'm probably sending out 50 emails a week in those 4 days at a minimum. And I am not using a CRM currently to track, the statistics of opening the emails and how long they was on it and all that. So basically, I'm shooting in the dark. Coming out of before I went to the military, hey, it was easy. You walk up to somebody, you talk to them, and you figure it out at that point. But nowadays, you talk to no one. So I'm trying to figure out how to say, hey, I got this awesome thing that'll make you better, but at the same time, you don't get to talk to anyone. And so I'm trying to use AI in that manner.
Okay. So it's not that you don't know marketing. It's that you're trying to get more effective marketing with what you have. Okay. So we're going to change that now. So you no longer say you don't understand marketing. You do understand marketing.
That's true.
You just want AI to help you use it better.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What you're trying, yes, he's trying to create leads. Exactly. So hold on, let me go here for a little bit. And make sure I got.
I wouldn't even use that jargon of leads. See? Thank you, Jarvis.
So Gemini can read websites. Yes, Gemini can read websites if they're open. All right. It can read it when it's open. If they have a certain security, it cannot. But yes, I love using websites on Gemini when I'm using for competitor, if I'm using it for leads. So you better come back off off. I'm talking to you, sir. We're gonna get this together because we're gonna find this for what we're gonna do. So you're looking for leads and you're trying to do research. So for you, we need to use a research form of what you're doing. And you can use this with any of the processes, but I'm going to any of the AIs. I would use it for I wouldn't use Copilot, but I would use Chat and I would use Gemini to generate your leads. Now, we need a CRM. You cannot do cold calls without a CRM because you can't keep up with it. Even if your CRM is just Google Sheets, where you say, I've sent to these people, but not these people. I've done this. You can do that. Or you can use something like HubSpot. HubSpot is free for the first 1,000 people. HUBSPOT. Okay. HubSpot. www.hubspot.com. Okay. HubSpot, yes, MailChimp is good. India, if you're sending out information based on, if you're sending out information that is more of a email type, but what HubSpot will do is it will track your leads and it will do sending out. So HubSpot is a great one. You can upload all 150 in HubSpot and then it will track when they open your emails. Okay? For free. Got it? Now, how do you use AI in that way? Remember, Google girl. So I'm going to show you how to use it AI in that way. And this is for everybody when you're looking to do research as you're doing background and some deep research. AI has, or chat has, a research feature. And many of them do, where you can go in and you can tell it you want to do deep research. So you have fast, and actually I'm going to switch accounts real quick.
Auntie needing full disclosure and also for Jarvis. So it's Jarvis said I was trying to create leads. I don't even really know exactly what that totally means. I understand it in a certain context, but from a context of trying to contact different superintendents, which their information is kind of public knowledge. I don't think I'm generating leads. I think I need to have more pointing at contact And if that's
No,
one and the same, I
a lead
apologize
is.
for ignorance.
That's what a lead is. A lead is where you can do whether or not they're warm, whether or not they're cold, whether or not they a lead is exactly what it sounds like. It is where you have their information. Right now you have cold leads. Cold leads are you don't know anything about them. But then you can have something that is a bigger lead or a better lead. And that is not, and that's what you're looking for. So I'm going to show you what you could do. What I'm going to do right now is show you how you can do your information. And this is for anybody. In Gemini, because we're learning Gemini, they have something called deep research. When you click deep research, it's going to research whatever you are looking into. It will go, it can do code what you need, or it can do by files. So if you uploaded your file, and I hope everybody, am I on the, can y'all see it? Because I did switch cameras. Okay, so if you upload your file, am I sharing? Yeah, I'm sharing. Okay. If you upload that file that you have that has all of those different ones, I'm going to upload my, let me find a file. I'm going to upload this file. Okay. This is a file of names. I'm going to say, no, that's not going to help me. When you upload your file to 100 people, 150 people, you then ask it to, I would like background on the 150 counties in Georgia, 150 county in Georgia, who, why is my spelling off so bad today? Y'all know what I mean. Who have used educational consultants, have RFPs. RFPs are requests for proposals for consultants in leadership development. Also find organizations that need educational leadership development consultants in Georgia. Now, this is just a quick one. What'd you say now? Oh, this is just a quick search. You can make it as detailed as you want, but it takes time. So what it's going to do is go through the entire internet, and it's going to find sources, and it's going to look for, as much as it can, RFPs. It's going to look for educational consultants. It's going to do a plan. So right now it's telling me what it's going to do and whether or not I want to do it. I want to search and open and close RFP for bids for Georgia school districts in leadership development. It's going to look at 16 regional educational sources. It's going to search board meetings, financial reports, and procurement, because all this stuff is public. It's going to look for private. It's going to give you results, and it's going to create the report. Is this something that you need?
100%.
Okay. So now let's go ahead and hit. If it was more, then we could have edited the plan. It's going to take it a few minutes to pull out the report, and it's going to go through everything that it does in order to see how it's thinking. And it's going to go step by step. It will also show you the sources. Now, you can also do this, guys, for government contracting. You can do this for whatever industry you're in. If you're trying to write papers, you can do it from that. You can do it from audits. And look at the websites that it's coming from. Atlanta, GSO, it looks background, government site. It's looking at all these places. So this is how you know it's going to pull. And when you are in research mode, it actually gives you the link of how you can research. So when you know that these people are already coming to what's available, you are now reducing your time going bit by bit and cold emails. And now you've used AI to get to the point where you can really go after a contract that may already be open or try to get leads, which means that these are more warm contracts who you know they've already used people before. When you use the deep research model, and you can use this for any industry as long as it's open information, you can also tell it where it's going. There is no way that you're going to be able to research 137 websites and do this. So I'm going to leave this here for right now. And as I leave this here for right now, it will be you'll be able to keep up and figure out what it's doing. We'll come back to it when it's finished, and we will see what your deep research has done. All right, and I will show you the results. Okay, now we're at the 30-minute mark where we have 30 minutes to go. I want to go ahead and skip ahead to some actual things that some people have asked us from Jarvis says those are leads. Yes, these are leads. These are the things that you can do. And again, anybody can use it. Anybody can use this. I'm going to go to some things that some people have asked me on the last meeting that we were in, because I want to make sure we go to it. Capability statements. This is a prompt. If you want to take a picture of it, again, you have access to it that you can use in order to do your capability statement. You want to write for government proposal. You are a government proposal writer. This is us telling Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude or any of them who you are. So we're giving it context. And I wanted to have the confidence and the authority of Barack Obama. I wanted to write a one-page capability study, and you put your business name in. And these are your results. Put in your resume and put in your business info. If you have an overview, put it up. If you have a website, put it in. If you know your competencies, put it up. Now, I want everybody to take a little time, pull up your Gemini, pull up your Grok, pull up your whoever you like chat. And we're going to do this together. And then we're going to share our results. Okay? This is your prompt. Pull it up. We're writing capability statements. If you have an older capability statement and you need to update it, because remember, your capability statement is one that is a living document. It is not static. So update it. We're going to take this prompt. If you want to, I can go ahead and copy and paste it for you. Let me unshare. I will copy and paste it for you here in the chat. And you can add your info. So in the chat, you'll see the prompt. So you can copy and paste it from the chat, but add real info. Add real info. Okay. When you're finished, let me know. How you coming along, Lisa Thompson? Coming good? Okay. Diane, you doing okay?
For me, yes, I'm doing well. I just got a call. Are you talking to me?
Okay. Victoria, how you working? You got it? Business info. Yes. When it says business info, put in everything about your business. So where you see the brackets, that's when you need to put in your business info or resume. So take out business info. That's just a placeholder. Put in who you are. Yep, you can use a website, definitely. If you don't have it available, you can definitely use a website. Or if you want to type it, put it in there. Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you got it together because we're going to do this. Like I said, we're doing this prompt together. Okay, a few more minutes. Okay, John, you changed the info that's in parentheses or that's in brackets. So if you look at the prompt, you're going to, where it says insert business name, put your actual business name. Where it says, here is my raw resume or business info, you can put your website. Under the hook, it says write a company overview, undeniable, no weak language, replace we to try to we deliver. You can leave that because we're giving it more authority language. When it says list my 5 skills and bullet points, if you've given it information, it should be there, or if not, you can put your own competency in. When it says differentiators, you can take out channel the Jennifer Lewis energy and put whoever you want the energy to be. Do you want it to be Russell Simmons? Do you want it to be Oprah Winfrey? Do you want it to be Magic Johnson? Who do you want that energy to look like so that it can know that authority? Somebody that you know. Summarize your examples. Put examples in there if you don't have it on your website. I've worked for this person, that person, this person, and put it through. You didn't get the prompt. Can you share it again? Yes. I'll share it again. It's in the chat. So who's got a capability study ready? Well, actually, while you guys are working on that, is it? Oh God, you told me your name. Nagay? Is that right? Or John? Najee. God dog it. Najee. Okay. Let's look at what we got.
I was over here doing that.
Najee.
Yeah. What you did the first time. I was trying to mimic what you did.
Okay, Najee, look what we got. It's giving you information. It gives you an entire executive summary of what the landscape looks like where you're going into. Then we're going to go here. It gives you some information of what it looks like for strategic development, accountability framework for your drivers for consulting, what the pipeline is right now. Georgia has a grow your own initiatives that are out. It's giving you what the Atlanta market looks like, what the DeKalb County looks like. It's going through all of these. Fulton County, Gwinnett. So each county is telling you what you need and what you're looking for. Savannah. Then when you go further down, it's giving you the rural snippets of what they're looking for, where they are. So now you can tailor it. Charter schools. Here's some of the information. These are some of the key RFPs that are out right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 8 out right now. 25, 26 of recent solicitations of what people are looking for. What the gaps may be. These are the needs right here. These are the needs they have. So this whole thing, and these are where the reports came from. So what this has done is also giving you websites that you can go on individually to find the information. So I'm going to actually share this with you. I'm going to copy this link for you. And you can click on, I'm putting it in the chat room. When you click on that link, it's going to give you a copy of the report. You see, Najee?
I just clicked it. It just opened up into a new window. I'm trying to see. Yep, it popped up.
Did it pop up? It's going to hopefully give you Gemini.
It did, and I'm gonna take all of that and I'm gonna repurpose it. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Now you can export it, and now you can use this in your AI as a better representation of when you're looking for, instead of cold emails. Now you can take that whole report, put it up in your trained AI and say, I want to work on DeKalb County today. This is what I have the information. So now you're no longer blind. And if you want to go directly to the superintendent, I would say, just as a somebody who's done this before, don't just look at the superintendent for the district, go by school. Each principal has their own budget. So if you find a school that has their professional development budget, work county by county, go with that budget, go to that instructional coach or go to that principal, and they're the ones who set up professional development. And they will be able to make a decision where you can make you a cool $2,000 or $3,000 quickly with a 1-hour session. And then work on the big ones as well. But that's just how to get your cash quick. Okay. Who's ready to share their capability statement? I want to see. Okay, John. Come on screen.
I hope y'all had a good time.
John G. You're on mute, Bo.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, now how do I share this with you? I'm sorry.
It should be on the top right-hand corner.
Okay. All right, I see copy.
Nope, you see share on the top right in Teams.
Nope, ma'am.
Oh, I see.
And you can share either screen or window.
Top right hand. My share
It's next to
not,
end event. You don't have a share?
my share is grayed out.
Oh, it's grayed out. Okay. What are you working in? Chat,
Chat.
or okay. Can you share your chat? Do you see the share button on your chat?
Let me see. I think I did hit. Yes, I do.
It should create a link that I
Yep.
should be able to utilize.
Okay.
If you copy and paste that link and put it in the chat, I should be able to use it.
Okay.
Look at you.
Come on, stop this. Okay.
There you go. All right. Thank you, sir. Bam. So let's see what we got. Everythingtech.org. You see where it left the space holders for you to put information. That's a refined thing. You
Yep.
can go to the bottom of this message and put all that in. It says that Everything Chat delivers real world workforce technologies. We empower individuals and strengthen communities. See where it gave you the source. It got your core competencies. We don't just educate, we elevate. Now consider changing that, because that is a clear distinction that you are using chat is because it used word like elevate. So make sure that you go in and update that. Mission driven. Okay. Now, this is great. Now, you can have more than one capability study, just capability statement, just to let you know. If we wanted to refine this to be for, I don't know, a school district, because we've been working with schools, you can refine some of the information to make it schools. You can refine it where the language changes, but this is excellent where you've come up with a capability statement in less than 5 minutes.
Right.
So now it's time to just refine it and put information in. You did amazing.
Okay, so
Everybody give John a clap. If you're on screen, this is how you give a chat. This is how you do it. Do it like the people who do it. Yay, you did it. Do you have any questions?
it doesn't have to be limited to just you said school districts. Is that what you said?
No, I was just giving an example because we were working with school districts in a minute. It's just basically you can tailor your chat, your chat in order to make it more relevant based on the industry you're going in. You work in tech. So unless you have a particular industry you like to work in, everything tech where you elevate, do you like just government? Do you do schools? Do you do businesses? I work with businesses. So I would tailor mine a little bit for B2Bs, for entrepreneur service organizations like the Urban League.
Right.
So since I work for, I want to send my capability statement to the Urban League, I would tailor it to that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got
Okay.
So
So
we
if I'm
have
doing
multiple statements. for different-
yes,
Okay.
I have multiple statements, and you can put that information into chat,
Right.
and chat will then change the wording slightly so it'd be better for the person who's doing your procurement. Because you're not going to send a government one to somebody who's just a business owner.
Right.
Because the government looking for keywords that are in their state are in what they're looking for. The business owner is looking for different keywords.
Gotcha.
And so when you're using your chat, you can put it in and say, I am actually going to propose to this industry, change it for this, or do it for that. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's go to the next thing that we've been working on. So now everybody has that. We're going to speed right along. Now we're going to look at, go ahead.
Yes, it's India. 2 quick questions. The capability statement, why do we do capability statements?
You do capability statements is for you to get a snapshot of your business. So different places like those because they want to see everything in one setting. And it
Mhm.
depends on what kind of business you're doing procurement. So if you're working with RFPs, if you're working with larger districts, if you're working with government, if you're working with something like that, they want to see a capability statement because that procurement officer wants to look at it in a glance. They
Okay.
can't look at your 5-page slide deck or your proposal. They want everything right then and there. And you want to use the language that they're using.
Okay. So if I intend to, in the future, get into government contracts, I need to have a capability statement already created. That way, when I'm
Yes.
asked, okay, perfect. And then you told
Because
John on his slide, we elevate. What was it that you saw to indicate that he had used Chat GPT?
elevate, the word elevate, there's certain words that are AI no-nos. Okay.
Mm,
This is how you know elevate, demystify, game changer, all kinds of stuff. Those are words that people know. Oh, they're using chat.
got you. So, I mean, I know this because in my writing, I definitely want to always keep it professional unless I'm going for a different tone. But always, that's somebody's unmuted. I'm not sure who that is, but
Go ahead.
yeah, in my writing, I do like the professionalism, but keep it authentic so that they know
Exactly.
it's got it. Thank you.
Right. And that's what we're getting ready to go over now, which is very important. This is called a context Bible. Oh, yes, Mary. Mary Hedgeman, you
I
got your
think
hand?
you, yes, I think you just answered my question. So we're getting ready to go in to identify or to learn the words or whatever. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Okay. So let's look at how we can create a context Bible. Now, a context Bible or sheet, I use Bible because I like Jesus, but a context Bible is how you train your AI to do things that are for you. Okay. Let me make sure. Did I share the right thing, y'all? Y'all see it says context Bible? Okay, good. Okay,
Yes.
so I call my AI Gemma. I like her. I gave her a name. So in my authentic Auntie Nini edition of it, I tell it the roles. You are Gemma. She is my she is a chief strategist. She's my sister friend. My name is Shanice. I work at the intersection of faith, business, and technology. Here are some non-negotiables. Remember, I told you about those words? Look at here. Don't use delve, unleash, unless you're referring to something. Demystify, tapestry, landscape, grain, elevate, elite, unlock. Don't use them words.
Such bullshit.
So, because when you use those words, it's a dead giveaway. It's AI. I don't like those words. So when I'm training my AI, I tell it, don't use those, right? I use more of an urban tone. I am direct, but I'm very, very kind. And I want to make sure that I give real info. Now, other things it tells me is because I am a person who likes all of mine consolidated. I remember, I think it was you, India, who wanted to know how to do 3 different ones. Because I do a consolidation, I tell it that these are my different parts of me. This is who I am. This is me. This is what I have. This is what I stand for. When I do things in Melanin Innovations, I needed to know that I primarily work with Black Christian women, which the market is actually 2 million people, and who want to not be overwhelmed. The second base I usually work with is kingdompreneurs. Does not mean that's all I work with, but that is who my main targets are. These are my core curriculum values. I even put in my visual colors. I put in my framework. So these are my books. This is my philosophy. This is what I do for consulting. I work with strategic agility with digital tools. My ministry is Overwhelming Grace. These are my key teaching tools: Context Bible, digital discipleship, stewardship over grind, and I also tell it how I want to act. So every time I train a computer, train a system, I upload this. I think you muted. I muted myself. Oh, never mind. Okay. So every time I train a computer, I have my Context Bible. So let me show you how to do your own Context Bible. When you're training your Context Bible, you start slow. The first thing that you start with, well, y'all can read it, no big deal, is who you are. Then you give it a mission, a little bit of information about you, who you serve, what are your demographics, what are their pain points, what are key words, like how do you want it to talk? Do you want it to be warm? Do you want it to be authoritarian? If you also have someone who you can mimic this. Don't use jargon. I don't like corporate stiffness, but I do use slang when it does fit. What are my offers? Then you save it, and every time you start a new chat, you put it up. Okay? Understand, chat is conversation. These chat rooms, when you start a new chat, it's a new conversation. So if I have a conversation with Andrea George, if I have a conversation with her, and we talk about something, because John or India or Mark were not a part of that conversation. Yes, Victoria, quit telling people and going further than what I am. Yes, it's a gym, but everybody doesn't use our Gemini. So we have to teach them other ways. God, you're so smart. Thank you, Victoria. I'm going to get to that though, Victoria, for real. So yes, you can talk about books.
Sorry, I just was trying to give it a context for my mind.
Oh, you're fine, baby. You're fine. I'm just joking. But yes, it is a gym. It is setting up a gym. It is. So when you have this Context Bible and this thing, you can put it in any AI tool, whether you're using Grok or Claude or Midjourney, anything, because now you're showing it what it is. All right. So using the Context Bible, you can put anything you need. So how do we start training in Gemini? You start training the same way. So I'm going to go to my Gemini, and I'm going to show you how I train it. So I'm going to do a brand new chat. It doesn't know anything about me because I did not put it in the settings, because you can put it in settings. You can do something called a gem, which is what Victoria was talking about, where it holds all of your information. We're going to just train a very brand new Gemini. I will pull up Gemini. I have mine saved in a drive. One good thing about Google is it connects to all Google products. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to upload it from my drive. And I'm going to tap the button that says Context Bible. I've now put it in there and it says, hello, I am ready to work. Here is my context. Oh, I spelled it wrong, but it knows. So it's pulling it up to know information. So now it is trained. It is trained on everything that I needed to know in the beginning. And as you see, it says, how should we steward our time today? Because I want it to talk to me. Are we going to work on my memoir? Are we going to talk about ministry? Are we going to talk on Melanin Innovation? And it signed off. So it is essentially trained with the things that I needed to do. Now, if you don't have a context Bible and you want to do different things, you can just upload several different files, whether it's your, what we just did, the capability study. You could put your resume up. You can put your proposals, whatever you need in any chat, whether it's GPT or anything else. You just upload that file. And now you have essentially trained. If you want to keep it trained, stay in that chat. Okay? Do not go to another chat. If you go to another chat, you're going to have to retrain that chat. So very quickly, you don't want it to do that. If you have 3 businesses, someone asked whether or not, how do I train with 3 businesses? This is what you do. You set up individual chats and you rename them. One could be government, one could be ministry, one could be your brand, and you pin them. It's just that simple.
Quick question.
Yes.
With the individual chats, it's interesting because when I worked with Copilot, it remembers me across the chats, but I found Claude only remembers me within the context of the chat. You're saying the same as with Gemini. Is that the same with ChatGPT, or is it different with different ones?
It's different with different ones. You can set in the settings, you can set it to remember all, but Claude is y'all, sorry, what I got, menopause brain. Claude is supposed, it's set up, and its logistics or its coding is to remember you through all the chat. But others like
No,
Gemini.
Claude did not remember me through other chats.
I'm sorry, Copilot. I apologize.
Copilot. Okay, got it.
Copilot is to remember you through all. But other chats, you have to go and train each individual one, because each individual one is a conversation unless you put it in your settings.
Got it.
I typically don't do that because I use mine for several different ones. So I typically don't want it to remember.
I got it. I appreciate that. And I same with me. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Are we froze?
I thought it
think
was just
so.
me. Thank you.
I thought it was me too. I was about to start troubleshooting over here.
Exactly. So we don't need to troubleshoot. Somebody on the other side needs to troubleshoot. Okay.
Hey, Mark, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you tell Auntie Nene she's disappeared?
Yeah, she's frozen.
Yeah, there's no way I can tell her.
Is it because we're over the time? Is it because we're over 11:30?
I'm not sure if that's.
That might be. It seems to have been right on that mark too.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Who's
think it's because
hosting
we're over the time.
But who's hosting it? If Mark is hosting it, then
I thought Nene was hosting it.
She's back. She's back.
Okay.
Okay.
Auntie Nene got everybody in a panic over here. Come on, TT.
Okay. We need a part 2. We don't need you missing in action.
She said she was back. I'm not sure where she is.
Hey, I would say for the person who had 3 businesses and they were trying to figure out how to organize the 3 businesses with chat, I do consult someone who had a pretty ingenious way of using the different AI tools. She had an account for each particular AI. That way she kept them separate. The businesses had their own ChatGPT account.
I'm not sure where she is. Oh, there she is.
That's some good advice, Najee, right? But okay, what I'm trying to figure out is how to set up the 3 different accounts for the 3 different businesses.
So let's let our instructor lead that conversation.
Projects.
You have conversations with her
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
You'll be able to meet with her
I'm
or
back.
send her an
Am I
email.
back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
It kicked me straight on out. Okay, great. Last thing, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Okay. Last thing is I did want to go over the agent part just really quickly because I know that was a question. Setting up agents is after you have already mastered a little bit of chat, okay? Because agents deal with when you're doing a lot of coding, you have to know and it'll help you, but you need to know Zapier, some API and different things like that. So when you're using agents, it's going from talking to it to doing the work for you. So when you have an agent, especially when you're using a chat GPT for it, it will write the code for you. And the big thing about using an agent is you connect it with several different things with with Zapier. So with it, you will be able to write a code that goes for when you want to use a lead to when you're doing it. So when you're working with chat, that agent will help you write it. So you have to know coding, but it will assist you in it. There's other agents that you can use, such as Reclaim and Motion, that will help you with email. So you can also use Bland AI or VIP, VPI, AI. Those are when you want to use it when you're calling. But that is a whole nother workshop because you do have to write code. Now, there is a way to do kind of an agent when you use gems, when you write research prompt like we just did. I want to do a research, so I did a research agent. When you use Reclaim and Motion, those will help you suggest time. And those are specific tools that's what their purpose is, to be an agent. Now, it does require you to have a subscription and it does require you to have a different bot. But if you want to create your own, that is using ChatGPT and connecting it through API and through API tools and different kinds of coding to Zapier. So that is a whole different process, but that is how it works. Okay. Now, any other questions? I don't want to
Someone
go too
asked for
far
your
over time. We're
contact
8 minutes
info.
over.
Somebody asked for your contact information.
Sure. I can't send message because I'm not a member of the chat.
And
It told me no.
while she's doing that, I just
It
want to let
told
you
me
guys.
I can't because I'm not a member of chat. Teams has put me out, but I'm just going to give it to you. My email is Shanice, SHENNICE at melanininnovations.com. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I do have it. I do have it in the back of my bam. Use that QR code. if you're not on your phone. But it's Shanice Cleckley, Shanice, I'm sorry, at melaninnovations.com and www.melaninnovations.com.
Just want to let you guys know that she will be back. Okay. We got great things planned for her in 2026, especially after this session today. We got some things we may come back and do another Saturday session. We've never done one of these Saturday sessions before, and it actually went pretty good.
Chandra, you have a Mark. Let me see what Chandra has. You have a question?
Well, I think you answered it. I was gonna ask, will you be back? Yay! I thoroughly enjoyed you. I love your spirit. I love your attitude, your confidence in everything.
Thank you.
One of the questions maybe I can ask you through email. I did want to know, because when you were frozen, Najee mentioned that we can have 3 different chat EBTs set up for each individual business, and you said it before. I was just sitting here trying to figure out how to do one for each individual business.
Are you what system are you using? Chat, or are you using Gemini? What are you using?
I went to Gemini.
Okay. On the left-hand corner, there are 3 lines.
Mm-hmm.
When you click those 3 lines, you will see the different chats you have been using. You basically have to create 3 separate chats. They will come up on those 3 lines, and then you pin each one of them.
Okay.
And you pin by right-clicking, and that will be a different chat for each one. And then you train them separately.
Pin by right-clicking. Okay. Do I need to open a separate tab for each one on my computer?
No. You stay in that same tab, but you're creating different chats. On the top right-hand side, you see a chat. So you can create that. Now, again, remember, you really name it, and you do it based on how your brain works. So if you work with segmented and silo, that's how you do it. You also can create, a gem, and that can do it for you. But since we're going to do baby steps, we're going to create 3 different chats.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm at the baby steps phase.
That's fine.
So when you have another class, I will be in there. Thank you so much.
This is just a large overview to show you things that can happen. Hey, Victoria.
This is the last
Okay.
question. This is
Okay,
the very last question.
Mark said he got to go.
I heard you. I heard you. I heard you.
Okay, nobody put their hand up after this.
Okay, I heard you. Okay. Is there a limit to the size of the chat? I know Claude has told me I've hit my limit, and I've needed it to give me a handoff document to continue the conversation elsewhere. But I've not encountered that with Copilot and Gemini, which I use regularly. So I'm just wondering, is there a limit? So I'm going to eventually have to, okay, now I got to move this chat elsewhere, or is it kind of open and I can just continue chatting along the way?
It depends on your pricing level. Honestly, for Chat GPT, they did have a 50 chat limit where you can use that same chat like 50 to 100 times. Gemini, I've used the Gemini for 8 months at a time, every day.
Okay.
So I have not reached the limit. I can't say it's unlimited, but I will say that once you start using it quite often, it will start hallucinating. And so I automatically go to a new chat as a handover document. Another thing that I do is every few weeks, I copy and paste the exact chat information. I literally go all the way up and down, even though I do have because I'm so old school. Even though I have my context Bible, but there's certain nuances I needed to use. And then I name it in my drive, chats from 12:1 to 12:15. And I keep it there. So if the context is not giving me exactly everything, I just upload the old chats. So there's ways around it, but yes, there are limits because nothing is unlimited. And I would be remiss if I said, guys, use chat and use any of these AI tools responsibly. There are data warehouses that can ruin the economy. Ruin the ecology and ruin our atmosphere because it pulls a lot of energy. Try not to do things like say thank you unless it's within a sentence or back and forth or frivolously, because these data centers pull energy, they pull water. There is a handoff. There is a consequence to innovation. And until they're able to find a way to cool these systems and to do these data systems better, we have to be responsible. So we don't want to have an environmental backlash for our innovation. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Alright. Well, I
Thank you for
thank
that.
you,
Thank
Ms.
you.
Shanice,
I-
for giving these words of wisdom this morning. I
You-
want to thank everyone else for checking in with us on a Saturday morning. And we're gonna let you have the rest of your day back. And as I said, she will be back. And coming in the new year, I was gonna ask her to try to squeeze one in before then, but I can't make it. So
Listen. Don't nobody do nothing the last week in December,
yeah,
but
they done
I don't
that.
mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
okay, so we'll see you after January 1st. And everybody, thank you very much. And this recording, so as I pull it down and able to put it up again, I'll send you guys, everyone, the link. I know you went through a lot of content today, and I want to make sure that you can go through it at your very own pace.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Thank you,
all right.
everyone. Great
Yeah,
session.
Thank you. You guys did wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was valuable.
Y'all
Thank
did
you.
so
This was
wonderful. Thank
awesome.
you. If you need me, email me. I will do as much as I possibly